Hey there, everybody. Well, the Jets have hired Gregg Williams as their defensive coordinator. We already know that. Big, huge addition for Adam Gase's first Jets team, largely because Gase, of course, is an offensive-minded coach. Williams, a longtime defensive coordinator in the NFL who has had great success in this league. So the question now is Williams the missing piece for this Jets defense? The big major piece that this defense has been missing in order to make it an elite group. In some respect, I think you could make that case, but ultimately it's about talent acquisition and having talented enough players. So you look at what Williams has accomplished as a defensive coordinator, especially lately with the Browns and Rams, and he's been fantastic really since he came back from his Bounty Gate suspension and became a defensive coordinator again. And he had some great years with the Saints, but he's had some down years too, and ultimately it comes down to whether the team has talented enough players, and it's on Mike McCagnon to deliver those sort of players. I mean, I don't think Gregg Williams' luck with developing a pass rush for this Jets team is going to be much better than Todd Bowles' and Casey Rogers was last season if the Jets don't get a more legitimate edge rusher. The bottom line is they do not have a dominant edge rusher right now. They need one. They need to get better play out of Tremaine Johnson. He's a pretty good player, but they also need to upgrade talent-wise at slot cornerback. They need to, figure out whether they want to keep Morris Claiborne at the cornerback spot opposite Tremaine Johnson. So there's certain areas where the Jets just absolutely have to upgrade talent-wise. I mean, their 4-3 defense, moving Leonard Williams potentially inside if they don't trade him, moving Darren Leaf to outside linebacker in a 3 linebacker grouping instead of keeping him as an inside linebacker in a 3-4. Maybe that helps bring out some of his potential. Ditto for Williams playing inside. So there are certainly moves that Williams could make here with his 4-3 base defense that could bring out more talent or more production in some of these guys and maximize their talents. But the bottom line remains there's not really, besides Jamal Adams, there's not a dominant guy on this defense right now. And it's up to Mike McCagnon really to rectify that in consultation, of course, with Gregg Williams and figuring out what sort of defensive players he wants, which guys fit his scheme, and the number one priority, of course, is edge rusher. And what do the Jets do there? DeMarcus Lawrence in free agency, he's a 4-3 end. Do they go with Trey Flowers, the Patriots 4-3 defensive end, or do they try to attack the edge rusher need and the pass rushing issue in the draft with a guy like Josh Allen from Kentucky, presuming Nick Bosa doesn't fall to number 3. So a lot of variables there, but the bottom line is for as talented and sharp of a defensive coordinator as Gregg Williams is, and as much as we might think he could be an upgrade, to say he's the singular missing piece is misguided because there are so many talent holes, especially at edge rusher, that the Jets have to plug on this defense.